know we only got a couple minutes left, so maybe just parting thoughts. Would love sort of each of you to, if there was one thing where you could snap your fingers, open your eyes, and it's done to really drive adoption and scaling of this globally, what would you say that is?
All right, I'll go first.
Whoever wants to jump in first.
So I think one of the things that's been missing in the blockchain world is high quality assets on chain, things with an investment thesis. You saw the importance of stable coins on blockchain rails, which provided a unit of account. But if you want real volume and real heavy duty market makers, they have to be able to place their money in things that have an investment thesis, things that produce meaningful yield without necessarily disproportionate risk. That's coming. That's coming very fast. And I think it's going to radically change the kind of value that can be parked on blockchain rails.
Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. In today's video, we're going to be diving into some ongoing developments proving that what Dan Donnie said months ago in a video breakdown that we had played for you guys at the beginning of this year is happening, and it's happening in real time on public blockchains like the XRP ledger. As always, bringing you guys some of the realest information. If you all enjoyed today's video, diving into these fundamentals and these video clips, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. So with Dan Donnie from the DTCC, setting the tone for today's video breakdown, these institutions are going to need meaningful yield vehicles to park their capital. And Ripple's XRPL is providing that in collaboration with DBS and Franklin Templeton. So we're going to dive into this fundamental piece today, and then we're going to go down the rabbit hole as to, again, why we have been screaming, learn DeFi at the top of our lungs here in the CYPRX Wealth 28 Club. However, most people in crypto are still ignoring this massive opportunity to earn passive rewards on our digital assets. I have no idea why, because the landscape is maturing, things are shifting along with the regulatory environment favoring decentralized finance and DeFi primitives. But that's besides the point. I'm going to continue to do my due diligence and show you guys that now is the time to lock in, to focus now more than ever on accumulating these digital assets and learning how to get them working for you. You're not going to be taking that from me today. You're actually going to be taking that from a representative directly from Franklin Templeton. So tapping into this fundamental report today, this is from September 18th, 2025. So fresh from just yesterday. Today, as of time of recording, is September 19th. Depending on when you're watching this video, it might be a couple of days old, but still fresh nonetheless in 2025. Investors now can earn yield by acquiring Franklin Templeton's SG Benji token on DBS Digital Exchange using Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. You guys remember a video clip that I played for you all of Monica Long at Paris Blockchain back in early 2025, talking about their acquisition of Hidden Road and how it's going to boost DeFi into the stratosphere.
Excited. I think just a few minutes ago, our announcement crossed the wire. So I'm really excited to share with you a deal we've been working on for some time. So Ripple is acquiring Hidden Road, which is a prime broker. They're a very high growth prime broker, one of the largest as the non-bank prime brokers. And this is a big deal. It's $1.225 billion.
What does it mean?
Thank you.
What does it mean for Ripple's business? Because you've been on a path to really diversify the business beyond kind of how you started in payments, and there's custody, stable coins now. And so what does this add to the Ripple business?
It's all coming together. So we've talked for a long while about institutional decentralized finance. Many of us here talk about institutions coming into the world of blockchain and DeFi. And this is going to blast that into a new milestone, kind of a new stratosphere.
We weren't capping when we emphasized that DeFi primitives are going to continue to scale and pick up via Ripple supporting DeFi, yield generation, posting digital assets, whether it's XRP or RLUSD as collateral. All of that was going to continue to scale in 2025. And here we are, fast forward to the end of the year, and we're seeing things really start to ramp up. DBS will explore enabling SG Benji tokens to be used as collateral to obtain credit from the bank or third-party platforms. DBS, Franklin Templeton, and Ripple are partnering to provide accredited and institutional investors with innovative trading and lending solutions powered by tokenized money market funds on the XRP Ledger blockchain and stablecoins such as Ripple's USD or RLUSD. This partnership formalized with the signing of a memorandum of understanding bringing together the unique strengths of one of Asia's largest financial institutions, a global investment manager and leader in the enterprise blockchain and cryptocurrency solution, and marks a new milestone in the growing maturation of the digital asset ecosystem. Do you guys remember a previous video breakdown of a gentleman from Monarch Asset Management going on to say that the regulatory environment has lifted, the floodgates are about to open, and people are underestimating how much infrastructure has been built out in the DeFi ecosystem?
The blocker isn't now just purely regulation. It's actually like infrastructure, right? It's like I think people underestimate how much infrastructure has actually been built in DeFi, and then
So people are underestimating how much infrastructure has been built out in DeFi, and this again just goes to show the maturation of the digital asset ecosystem, which is already seeing greater interest from institutional investors allocating to the asset class. Some 87% of institutional investors are expected to continue to make investments into digital assets in this year and rolling into 2026. Digital asset investors typically allocate directly into public blockchains native tokens such as Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP. This may expose them to inherent market volatility of cryptocurrencies while earning no yield on their portfolios. We have been emphasizing this ideology behind the fact that if institutions are going to onboard into the digital asset ecosystem, they need to be able to generate yield.
But if you want real volume and real heavy duty market makers, they have to be able to place their money in things that have an investment thesis, things that produce meaningful yield without necessarily disproportionate risk. That's coming.
We've been one of the only communities on the face of the internet screaming that at the top of our lungs, and now here we are. To enable clients to manage their digital asset portfolios more nimbly in response to the rapidly changing market conditions, DBS Digital Exchange will list SG Benji, the token of Franklin Templeton's tokenized money market fund, Franklin on-chain US dollar short-term money market fund, alongside RLUSD. With this setup, eligible DBS clients can trade RLUSD for SG Benji tokens, enabling them to rebalance their portfolios into a relative stable asset 24/7 and within minutes, while earning yield during periods of volatility. This is a huge game changer and an unlock that will allow these institutions to get into the digital asset ecosystem so they can rebalance and earn yield during bear market cycles, so on and so forth, and allow them to stay in Web3. This is I can't even stress enough how huge of a game changer this is, and something that we have been screaming, like I said, at the top of our lungs will for a fact happen, and is again why you all should start to learn about DeFi strategies, because these are some of the DeFi strategies. For example, buying assets when the market's rallying and pumping, taking profit, rolling that over into stablecoins, earning yield in a bear market cycle, so that way your capital continues to grow, then reallocating that capital near or at a bottom in the bear market cycle to expand and grow your portfolio, right? In the next phase of the partnership, DBS will explore helping clients unlock liquidity by using their SG Benji tokens as collateral. That's huge, lending out their SG Benji tokens, borrowing against them maybe. Potentially use cases including obtaining credit either from bank or via repurchase transactions, repo, or from third-party platforms where DBS will act as an agent holding the collateral. This gives clients access to wider liquidity pools while providing peace of mind to clients and third-party lenders that pledge the collateral and that it's held with a trusted bank. To strengthen the tokenization ecosystem, Franklin Templeton will tokenize SG Benji on the XRP Ledger, a public and enterprise-grade blockchain. Adding the XRP Ledger to Franklin Templeton's existing lineup of blockchains strengthens interoperability across networks, enabling greater accessibility across different chains and participants in the blockchain ecosystem. I'll stop right there. If we come over here, I'm going to play a quick video breakdown of a gentleman on stage talking about how these new technologies, i.e. Web3, distributed ledger, blockchain, DeFi, crypto, are going to merge with traditional banks, and banks are going to absorb crypto and DeFi. And he particularly mentions the name Ripple. Take a second here and listen.
Today, we're sitting at 200 billion of stablecoin value. That and the overall money supply in the world for M1 money supply, money market funds, cash, is about $123 trillion. So we're still at like 2/1000% of the global system.
I know we're very small, and
Yeah.
the case is very compelling.
Yeah.
The question is, what does it take for us to be able to completely substitute the traditional financial rails that we call SWIFT?
I don't know if it'll completely substitute. It'll basically merge with it. At some point, there won't be a difference.
A merge, okay.
I think the same thing will happen in token and stock exchanges. They'll be merged. So
Talk to me about bit about what you envisage to happen. You think banks are going to start to absorb stable coins and use them as a new set of rails?
I mean, that's what's happening with JP Morgan, with Ripple's system, with BlackRock, and so
Okay.
you see that settlement system being replaced.
Right. So rather than disintermediating or substituting banks, banks are actually going to absorb this technology and use it as the, let's say, SWIFT 2.0.
As the instant settlement.
Okay.
With super low cost.
Mind you, that video clip was from the AIM summit at the beginning of this year. And so this is physical proof that these people on stage tell you that these things are going to happen before they do. This gentleman mentioned that banks are going to absorb these technologies. He even particularly mentioned Ripple is going to be at the forefront of this. And now fast forward in real time, this is just from yesterday, we see banks adopting and absorbing this technology. This is, again, just showing you all the trajectory of this space, that it's a slow, steady grind, but the fundamentals underlying in crypto are so bullish. One, ignoring these types of fundamental developments and ignoring their education in DeFi is honestly doing themselves an injustice. So don't take that from me that you guys should be getting educated in DeFi, considering that we provide that education here in the CYPRX 1228 Club. Take it directly from the head of innovation at Franklin Templeton, considering this recent partnership with DBS, Franklin Templeton, and Ripple. Listen to Sandy Cole. I'll tell you guys that you all should be learning about DeFi, which is something, again, that we have been screaming at the top of our lungs since the beginning of last year. Learn DeFi, learn how to lend, learn how to borrow, learn how to provide liquidity, learn how to become your own bank. That is the future in which we are headed into. I cannot stress enough, now is that moment in time. Take a second here and listen to Sandy Cole motivate you guys to get on board with DeFi and start to learn how to earn yield on your digital assets.
The financial knowledge of the majority of the world is pretty low. And in order to understand even basic things like staking or various yield generating products is a step that a lot of people don't take. And I don't expect you to speculate on what we need to do to educate the world on financial education. Like, that's an important thing that everybody needs to do. I just hope that they take advantage of that, because I just don't know that they will, especially when so many people have cash sitting in their savings account, and they could click one button right now and put it into a treasury, and a lot of people don't even do that, and that's not even using blockchain or crypto, right?
But this is where I do think that AI is going to be super helpful, because just like what we were talking about with MetaMask allowing you to now use your Google or Apple wallet sign in and not have to remember your seed phrase, right? I am not going to have to make these personal decisions, right? Today, if I want to take advantage of all of these different yield-bearing opportunities around my investment portfolio, I have to actively manage the use of my tokens in that manner. In the future, when I buy an investment portfolio, my onboarding document may have a little clause in it that says, would you like us to optimize the use of your assets? And if I just click yes, this may all happen automatically without me having to take an action, right? That is the beauty of smart contracts and the ability to automatically execute based on pre-programmed contract terms. A lot of this may just happen automatically on my behalf. And the same is true for cash, right? We talked about cash and what's going to happen with my cash and my savings. Right? Today, every institution in the world, every hedge fund in the world, every corporate treasurer in the world, every single day, they sweep all of their undeployed cash into yield-bearing money market funds. And that money sits in those money market funds until the next time they need that cash, at which point they can sweep it out of the money market fund, put it back into cash, and spend it. Right? This is too going to become an automated function that every person is going to have in their portfolio. Why would I sit with a stable coin in my account where I'm not earning yield on that stable coin? I would sweep that stable coin into a tokenized money market fund. And if I need that cash back, I can sweep it out of that tokenized money market fund and have that cash available within seconds. We already offer this at Franklin Templeton. This isn't some future nirvana that we're talking about. This is something that our
funds do every single day. We already have these capabilities and have built them, right? So this is going to become a common offering as well. Again, it's a benefit that institutions have used for decades, but now it's becoming available to you and to me and to everyday investors.
Right. And so if you don't know how to do what she's talking about, I encourage you guys to lock in with the Wealth 28 Club, learn about these DeFi primitives, because she just literally said, why on earth would you want to hold capital and not be earning yield on it, right? Just sitting there dormant, doing absolutely nothing. This is coming again, the head of innovation from Franklin Templeton, considering the recent partnership announcement. Now moving more so into actually earning yield on said digital asset, in this case, XRP, we have some huge groundbreaking announcements where we can earn yield directly inside a self-custody hardware wallet for the first time ever. Self-custody meets real yield. The future of XRP-Fi starts here. Decent Wallet announces this partnership with Doppler Finance, where now you can access Doppler Finance directly through your Decent Wallet. Gives you steps on how to use, and it shows here 2.6% to 5% yield and a fixed rate, it almost seems like, for up to 3 months, which is game changing. Now, I'm not encouraging that you guys go out there and utilize this protocol and this cold storage wallet to start to earn passive rewards on your idle XRP. I'm just here to show you guys that these DeFi primitives are readily available, so you choose to take action. Now, some of you guys might still be a little cautious, might still be a little bit concerned over the landscape in the regulatory environment. But again, that is why we stress in the Wealth 28 Club that you at least at a minimum educate yourself on what is available to you. So that way, when you're comfortable, when you think the infrastructure is secure and ready and a lot lower risk, then again, you can go out and you can deploy and you can start earning yield. Education is the empowerment. The application can come later, but empower yourself with education now. Learn about these things, go through a mentorship program, read documents, subscribe to the CYPRX YouTube, follow us on Twitter for the free information. And again, if you want to take your knowledge curve a little bit further, tap into the Wealth 28 Club and learn how to do these types of things. Earn passive rewards on your digital assets. I cannot stress enough, you don't need to risk any of your digital assets in order to do so. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that are like, oh, the DeFi landscape isn't mature enough. It's not secure enough. It's still risky. And double-digit yields are not realistic. I disagree 1000%. That whole entire narrative is so old school mindset, 2021, 2022. We are now operating in 2025, where regulated entities with some of the most scrutinizing regulatory requirements are offering double-digit yield opportunities. I repeat, double-digit yield opportunities, where in previous cycles, people offering double-digit yield were seen as sketchy, skeptical. Oh my gosh, this is a rug pull. This is never going to happen. Double-digit yields aren't going to survive into the future. Whereas now we have to shift our mindset and understand that double-digit yields are the new competition. Institutions, organizations, firms, protocols that are not offering double-digit yield will lack in terms of competitiveness. So I said here in this post, it is wild to think how far we have come. Not long ago, anyone in DeFi chasing double-digit yields was called reckless or unrealistic. Now, a fully regulated player like Coinbase is offering double-digit yields on stablecoins like USDC, making it simple and secure. This is not hype. It's the foundation of the new normal. And again, I emphasize waking up and realizing that everybody that thinks that this double-digit yield environment, this DeFi environment that we're headed into is still a scam, ignore them, stop following them. They're living in 2021, 2022, and the tides have shifted. The maturation of this market has evolved substantially, and the regulatory environment has clearly changed. As now Coinbase, a huge regulated player in this space, is offering double-digit yields. Like, this is freaking crazy. This just solidifies that we will be able to earn double-digit. Imagine, let me just throw this scenario out there in the future. You make $50 million in your portfolio, or let's just lowball it. Let's go a little bit lower. Let's say 5 million. You make $5 million this next bull market cycle. Whatever your portfolio is at now turns into 5 million. You pull all that money out for stablecoin, you take profit, you have $5 million sitting there. You can go out and lend your USDC, your stablecoins, the profit that you took this next cycle in Coinbase, and earn 10% on that $5 million. You do the math of what that is annually. I'll leave that up to you. But that is the opportunity now that we are operating in. And people that don't have the mindset that that is possible and that that's what we're allowed to do now, they're leaving so much money and opportunity on the table, ladies and gentlemen, to expand and grow their digital wealth. Okay. So if we go over and read this, this will be the last piece that I read to you guys for today. If you all have enjoyed this video breakdown today, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe again, just emphasizing the importance of educating yourself in DeFi. There's crypto hodlers, there's people that just hodl crypto and just keep it in their cold storage wallet, sit idle and dormant, hoping and praying for some bull market cycle. I get that narrative, right? But that's so 2022. Now, everybody's focus, in my personal opinion, should be how to get your assets to work for you. You don't need to wait for some bull market cycle to make money in this space. Learn DeFi, learn how to get your digital assets actively working for you and making you passive income because you deserve it. You deserve it. This is a level playing field that we're operating on alongside institutions, and it is up to you to learn how to integrate these new technologies into your portfolio to expand and grow your wealth. Earn competitive yields by lending your USDC. Earning more in your USDC is now easier more than ever. Starting today, Coinbase users will be able to access competitive yields. There's that word, competitive yields. Like I said, institutions and organizations that don't offer these things in the future will lack competitiveness. Currently up to 10.8% as of September 18, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, that is huge. Through a fully on-chain integration with Morpho, with just a few taps, you will be able to lend out your USDC through DeFi ecosystems right from your Coinbase app, right? So I will leave it there. Crazy September fundamentals here that just go to show everything that we've been touting in the CYPRX Wealth 28 Club. There's also, by the way, for you guys that are like, oh, I can't do the mentorship program, the paid stuff is not for me. Keep in mind that we have a curated playlist on the CYPRX YouTube that is titled Yield. I highly suggest you go over to that CYPRX YouTube playlist. There's like over probably 70 video breakdowns that are absolutely free that you guys can tap into and watch to expand your mindset and your way of thinking from hodl, future bull run is going to make me money, to hodl, earn yield, and make money in the now mindset shift that needs to happen, in my personal opinion, for everybody involved in crypto. Now, again, you don't need to go out and deploy your digital assets right now because maybe you're just in the learning process and you don't really truly fully understand these DeFi primitives or what DeFi even is or how to get your digital assets working for you. That's fine, but learn. I cannot stress enough. I hope that these fundamental breakdowns and the clips that I played for you guys today motivate you to go out there and do that, gain financial freedom, and become your own bank because you deserve it. With that being said, many blessings to you guys. Be cognizant, be aware out there, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.